This is a very special video. This is a video where I talk about Pisces, but I try to show you a different side of Pisces. I try to really delve deep into this most complex sign of the zodiac, the 12th sign, often referred to as the dumping ground of the zodiac. Because all the other signs, they leave their residual energy in Pisces. I have a lot to do with this energy because I have a 7th house Pisces moon, and in my 12th house I have the Sun conjunct Mercury, conjunct Saturn. I have a stellium there. So I have a lot of experiences when working through this sign, which is also the sign of addiction, of escapism, and I have felt that. I have felt the not just the psychic and the empathic and compassionate side of Pisces, but I have also felt this tremendous polarization, this tremendous tug and pull at my higher, with my higher and lower self. And if you ask me, this, I have a quote from Terence Mckenna which exemplifies this energy that I'm talking to you about, this dualism, this sort of the energy of being a martyr, this energy of being the victim yet resurrecting from that. Pisces is is the sign of the Christ. It is a sign of self-sacrificial love. It is a sign that sees not just black and white, but all the colors of the rainbow and beyond it. It sees all the colors of the spectrum. Okay, and Pisces is very complex and it's very dualistic. It's water, it's mutable, it's very dualistic, and it is the last sign of the zodiac, ruled by Neptune. As sole ruler is Pluto. It is the third sign of death, Aries and Scorpio being the other two signs of death. The soul must die to be reborn again after the drowning in the unconscious seas of Pisces. So the quote goes that we have 1 foot in angelhood and 1 foot in the identity of a carnivorous ape. So this tells you the very duality of Pisces. This 1 foot in angelhood, the Christ within us is in Pisces, but we also have this 1 foot in the identity of a carnivorous ape. Pisces can self-destruct and self-destruct badly. Okay, it feeds into self-sabotage patterns. Neptune dissolves, so there are no boundaries, and they can be emotional sponges. Most of them are empaths, Pisces moons, and they're the greatest artists. So there is spiritual artistry at play here, not just the artistry of the world like Leo, but this is another dimension of awareness. Okay, now with Pisces, you unpack your mind into higher dimensional space, and you enter the void. Alice in Wonderland and the rabbit hole. This is the rabbit hole, and it's never ending, it's infinite. Okay, there is no seeing how deep the rabbit hole goes, because the 30th degree of Pisces is the degree of archetypalization, and then the end. Then the soul enters Aries with a mini Big Bang. So what we understand here with Pisces is they see the whole spectrum of colors. They are empaths, they're intuitives, they are healers, spiritual healers, mystics. This is the archetype of the mystic, the archetype of the bodhisattva, who must come back and who is responsible for the safe journey of all the souls back to high dimensions. If you read the vows of Medicine Buddha, then you truly understand the ethos of Pisces. Medicine Buddha is Sangyamenda. Okay, and now you must understand that Pisces is a sign that deals with entities, interdimensional entities. Now oftentimes cognitive dissonance is created within them. Okay, they can suffer from schizophrenia and very many mental illnesses because they cannot fully function in 3D realities. Pisces, you cannot box them, you cannot show them something and expect them to be 100% present there. The two fish swimming away, they're always being pulled into two diverse directions, the world of spirit and the world of matter, so they are never there, and cognitive dissonance can occur. So it's very important to understand and accept this. If you are drifting off into your imagination, it is where you need to be. What can you learn from that journey into your intuition, into your psychic awareness? This is the sign where ESP is most strengthened. Now, if you've heard of the concept that every screenwriter knows about, I have been a screenwriter, it is the willing suspension of disbelief. Now, when you see and look at Pisces, you have to suspend your disbelief, because this is the stage, this is the sign that anything can happen, everything can happen. Everything can happen all at once, or nothing can happen at all. It is the great void, and you must remember that from the great void arises all other forms and entities and tulpas and mind-born thought forms. So if you read Fast, okay, by Goethe, you will see that there is a description of homunculus, okay, or it is kind of like the alchemical soma, the nectar, okay, and it is the alchemical Kabiri, these entities that is perceived by Pisces. They can attune themselves to this frequency. Homunculus is the realm of Pisces, the alchemical Kabiri. Now, Jung has said that there are autonomous psychic elements that escape from the control of the ego. And when we take DMT, because Pisces also rules psychedelics and all kinds of drugs, anything that makes you lose your ego boundaries. So autonomous psychic elements that escape from the control of the ego, they can be perceived as the homunculus, or the alchemical Kabiri, or angels, or Buddhas, or bodhisattvas, or the angels and demons through the Bardo stages. Right? Now imagine the psyche, okay? It is a gallon of mercury, the silver mercury on the planet. And then if you spread that mercury on the floor, it forms little balls. And you can see your face staring at yourself in these little balls, okay? You can see your face looking at you. This is a surreal experience. And you understand that your psyche has shattered into a million smithereens. Your psyche is shattered. This is cognitive dissonance. When autonomous psychic elements escape from the control of your ego, okay, they shatter. And entities come through the mind. Do you know that? Entities actually come through the mind. So when you hear Slenderman actually committing murders, an urban myth, an internet myth, then you know that Slenderman has manifested through the minds of people and through the internet, which is alive, which is an entity by itself. Now, these entities that come through the mind, they use the mind as the medium. The mind is a medium, and this medium actually goes beyond space and the space-time continuum. The mind is beyond space-time continuum. Okay, manas, it exists before the physical body takes shape. Everything is emanated from the divine thought. Even Descartes has said cogito ergo sum, which is the founder who is a founder of Western materialism. Okay, and even he got his knowledge from ethereal entities, or angels as he called them. This is not something everyone talks about, but this is the realm of Pisces. This is the realm of us coming face to face with the alchemical Kabiri, the homunculus, or the philosopher's stone. Now Pisces sees the realm of the dead. So do Aries, but they don't realize it because they're not so spiritual. Scorpio definitely sees the realm of spirit, magic, witchcraft, and death and resurrection. And Pisces also is the 12th house, the realm of ancestors. Now, when you consume psychedelics or say DMT or ayahuasca, you are actually allowing the DMT to take you to your ancestors. The mind is your medium through which your ancestors communicate with you when you take DMT. So this is again very much the realm of Pisces. That's why they like to stay inebriated. Okay, now we must understand that materialism is not what it seems. Nothing is really real. Atoms are 99.999% empty. Everything is empty space. People are saying that brain in a vat experiment, brains are in a vat and the 3D space is just an emanation of digital information. We live in a simulation, and Pisces sees through that simulation. It is a sign that sees one and all, that absorbs one and all, that sees and experiences beyond what the ordinary mind can comprehend. So that was a bit about the Alchemical Kabiri, the DMT space, the mind is medium. And I think being a Pisces moon and being so 12th house heavy, I have experienced the psychic energy, this connection, when I lose parts of myself and when the ego cannot hold on to them anymore, I cannot grasp them anymore. They shatter into a million smithereens. And I see different facets of psychic energy being manifested through the medium of the mind. And this is the power of Pisces. This is the height of creative art that all of us can tune into. We all have Pisces somewhere in our chart. So Pisces is also vulnerability. It is wounding. And always know that wherever Pisces falls in your chart, there will always be a lack in that department and some trauma attached to it. Pisces cannot exist without trauma. The self-sacrificial love cannot find a space to express itself without trauma. Okay, but it can become victimhood if you're not careful. It can manifest in very many addictive behaviors. So the best thing is to do is not to run away when autonomous elements escape from the control of your ego, to stare at those little tiny faces that are staring back at you, to allow the medium of the mind to bring in entities, bring in the Alchemical Kabiri, bring in the Amisha Spentas of the Zoroastrians or the Devas of the Hindus. So the demonstration of self-sacrificial love is Pisces. Connection, all is one, wholeness, return to Christ consciousness. This is what we learn with Pisces. It is the vehicle of the soul. It's so sublime in its expression actually. It signifies, when you die in the waters of Pisces, it signifies baptism or christening. It's a cleansing of sorts. When your soul takes a birth in a Pisces ascendant, or you have moon or sun or anything very heavily placed there, or your 12th house is very heavy. This is the Bodhisattva coming back home. It's a savior energy. Coming back, renouncing Buddhahood, remaining a Bodhisattva to return to this realm to help other people. I want to end this video with an invocation to Medicine Buddha, who's probably one of the greatest Bodhisattvas that have ever lived. And Medicine Buddha not just heals your physical body and your mental ailments. Medicine Buddha can be used to make your death journey easier. Sorry. It's blue, the color of lapis lazuli. So when working with Medicine Buddha, you can conjure up the color of lapis lazuli. You can bring it into your Ajna chakra, your third eye, your pineal gland. And Pisces rules the feet, by the way. So it's about moving forward in the world of spirit. It guides you. Your feet will literally take you to places. Okay. So the mantra of medicine Buddha is Te Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Radya Samungate Soha. Te Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Radya Samungate Soha. Te Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Radya Samungate Soha. Thank you.